Welcome to the 266 Express. I'm John Noblet here with the co-host Donna Green. And Donna, I am losing my ever-loving mind today. Tell everybody who we have here today.
I'm so excited. We have Santa Claus.
Yay!
Yay!
Ho, ho, ho.
So excited.
Santa,
Yes,
it is
sir.
so good to see you because I don't remember seeing you as a kid. I had a lot of questions about the coal in my stocking, but we can get to that later.
We can get to that.
Now, the last couple of years, you have been kind enough to bring us a mailbox so everybody can write some letters to you. Can you let us know a little more about that?
Absolutely. The kids, they can write a letter to Santa. We place it in these special mailboxes that'll be out on December the 1st through December the 17th. And folks at the City of Sanger will get them to me, and each of them will be answered.
And you've been doing that several years, and we're very appreciative of that because we know that not everybody has a magic portal to get those letters to you, and we're super excited. And we encourage all the young ones and the families to make sure they get those letters in there between the 1st and the 17th.
Absolutely. I'll read each and every one of them.
Awesome. I'm so excited. You got a lot last year. You got a
I
whole
did
lot
get
of
a
them.
lot.
Yes. So based on all those questions that you got in all those letters the last couple of years, we're so glad to have you here because we wanted to take some of those that you saw a lot of the same question over and over and kind of talk with you about them today so that we could answer all of those questions for the kids.
Absolutely.
It's like a Santa fact.
Yes. Awesome. So the first thing, where is the North Pole?
The North Pole is at the very top of the world. There's lots of ice, snow. If you have a globe, which I don't know if many people have anymore, but it'll be at the very tip top where the top pin is.
And there's animals there?
There's reindeer, there's polar bear, the Arctic fox, the walrus, because he can live where it's cold and in the water, and there's moose. They are very hardy animals that have to live there, that are used to the cold weather.
Yeah, one of my favorites, I think, is the narwhal. Do they have narwhals up there at the North Pole, Santa?
I think so.
You think so?
You don't see them very often.
You're a pretty busy guy. We know that everybody thinks it's just once a year for Santa, but we know that you have a year-round operation up there at the North Pole. I do have a question.
Okay.
And, they say there's no stupid questions, but I fought on this one, Santa. I didn't know if I was going to ask it or not, but how is it even possible that you can climb down a chimney and not get burned?
Ho, ho, ho. Well, there's a secret. There's always Christmas magic. And for me to fit down some of the smaller chimneys, we have to have a magic dust. So I'll stand on the roof, sprinkle the dust, and I end up down in the living room.
All right.
That's cool.
That answers a lot of questions.
That is super cool, yes. So with that, how do you find everybody's house?
Well, Santa's getting old and can't remember everything, so the reindeer have a special talent. They can remember where to go. They remember whose house we've been to, whose house we haven't. Rudolph leads the way with his red nose, and basically we follow Rudolph. He can take us anywhere we need to go.
I was for sure that answer was going to be Google Maps or GPS.
Oh, no.
But those reindeer are good. I noticed, was that Rudolph I saw on the roof when I came in this morning?
He's up there. He's probably poking his head over the roof.
He didn't have his nose lighted up. I guess that's just for fog and bad weather?
Yep, that's for the nighttime.
Okay. So, Santa, I'm looking at you, and I'm not saying you may have too many Christmas cookies or anything like that, because I don't want to end up on my typical list. But for a big man, how are you so quiet when you traipsing around people's houses?
Well, that's a secret. With the reindeer, they train every year. They train long and hard to land in a stealthy mode. So Once they land quietly, I have to practice as well to tiptoe around the roof and not to wake the whole house up.
You do a good job.
You do a very good job, for sure. You know what I've always wondered? I mean, I've seen your sleigh. You know, we have a replica of your sleigh.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've seen it. How do you get all those toys on it? And especially the great big ones, people get bikes and all ask for these big toys. How do you get them in there?
Well, when the elves make them, they put a little of their magic in it, and when they put them in my bag and I put them in the sleigh, they're shrunk, very small, so everybody's toys fit in the bag. And then once I deliver them to the house and set them under the tree, the second part of their magic takes place, and they grow to normal size.
That's like a pop-up shop kind of, Donna, right? Where it just appears.
I'm just thinking we could get some of the sprinkle shrinking stuff for ourselves.
That'd be good. That'd be good.
Yeah.
My doctor, I wonder if he has any of that. Now, again, Santa, I don't want you to think I'm weird, but I'm fascinated by chimneys here. Okay, I get it. You got the magic dust. You sprinkle the magic dust. You don't get burned when you come down the chimney. What if I don't have a chimney, Santa? What am I doing now?
Well, when we first started delivering presents to the children, most everybody had a chimney. Over the years, houses became fairly normal not to have a chimney. Apartment buildings. So I had to go to the elves, and they created a special key that will open any door. So sometimes I just walk through the front door.
Those are the magic elves and the universal keys and the stealthy ninja elves. I did not know so much about elves, Santa.
They're talented beyond their means.
Do you have a special elf? Is there a head elf at the North Pole, Santa?
Now, if you create a head elf, then they all get jealous. So we just keep them equal, and they all do their thing. They all have a part.
That's good. That's a good plan.
Are they specialized, though? Because you make a lot of toys. Do you have, does one elf make all different kinds of toys, or are they specialized?
Each elf can make any toy. They can make a bike, or they can make something out of wood. So we just take the list, and each elf starts making what they make.
That's pretty neat. We know that now. Over the years, things have changed. I mean, the elves moved in. That they do electronics now and all of those things.
They're all still made by hand.
All still by hand. That is incredible, Santa.
That is incredible. So we know John stays on your naughty list, and I know I've been good. But how do you keep that all straightened out? There's a lot of people in the world.
Well, I have. Let's call them spies. I send a few elves down from time to time, and they'll look through the windows, and they'll be hiding in the bushes. You'll never see them, but they're always checking. They're always checking up on folks.
So they're reporting directly back to you.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, goodness.
Yeah.
Hey, since I didn't know that, is there any special type of cookie that you prefer, Santa, that be left out? And is there anything? I mean, how do you eat all those cookies? Number one, but number two, do you have a favorite cookie, Santa? Because I'm willing to.
He's trying to bribe you.
It sounds like it.
It does.
To cook some cookies.
Well, Santa's favorite cookie is the cookie.
Is the cookie.
Makes no difference which cookie. Santa likes cookies. I don't necessarily have to eat them all, but I'll take a bite or two out of each one.
All right.
Awesome. So, what about the reindeer? Do they like it when people leave them snacks? And should we leave them snacks?
Absolutely.
What do they eat?
They'll eat vegetables, fruits, berries, apples. They're not much on cookies, but they will eat the fruits and vegetables. They eat a little healthier than I do.
Well, they gotta stay a little more fit, right?
Yeah, they do a lot of running.
What does Mrs. Claus do when you're out on Christmas night? Does she have a job?
Well, her job is to put up with me most times. So she gets to relax on Christmas night when I leave.
Okay.
It's her one day of vacation.
Her one day
That's
vacation a year.
So the reindeer fly, which is super cool. Is that magic dust too from the elves? Is that what that is? That's something like that?
They can use a little magic dust if they get tired. but that's a special trait that these reindeer have. They can fly.
And
Do they have to be trained for that, Santa? Or
We get trained to go in the right direction.
Okay.
If not, they'll fly all over the place. So,
any chance of visiting my house twice?
no, they only do once.
Oh, okay. That's a good
So they know where they've been.
Yep.
That's good.
So, anything else we should know, Santa? How about the kids at Singer? How have they been this year?
Well, not to give away all my secrets, they've been pretty good.
Good.
So there will be a sighting or two of Santa this year. So keep your eyes to the sky and we'll see what happens.
Santa, is there, because the way your schedule works, is there like a preferred bedtime for a kid on Christmas? Like a prime time that I would put my child to bed. Not that my kids are older, you know that, Santa, you know them. But when they were younger, I always said, hey, you should be in bed by this time, so Santa can come. I was kind of trying to leverage a relationship that we didn't quite have. But is there a prime bedtime for a young boy or girl on Christmas Eve, Santa?
Well, normally I try to be there. I'm usually try to be here in Sanger, around midnight. So I would say well before that.
Well before midnight. I was hoping you were going to say 6:30.
5.
Yeah.
That's what I'm telling my
When
kids.
I'm at home with Miss Claus, that's supper time. So I don't want to interrupt supper time to be in bed.
Okay. What do you eat, Santa? What do you eat? What does Mrs. Claus cook for you? What's your favorite dish at the North Pole?
Well, unlike like people here, steak and potatoes. I like those.
Steak and potatoes.
With a cookie.
I'll have cookie after.
Yep. So speaking of sightings in Sanger, I do know that you are actually going to be in Sanger during our Christmas on the Square event, right? You're going to be downtown on December 2nd. I think it's 2 to 4.
Yes.
You're going to visit with the kids and take pictures and
Absolutely.
wonderful. So that'll be awesome. So hopefully everybody will come out and see you. Now, if you're on the naughty list, any second chances between now and Christmas?
Never too late to get off the naughty list.
Never too late. That is very good news for me, Santa. That's very good news. Santa, I see a little elf head poking around the door. That I think. Do you have to go? Is that
your cue?
Yeah, I guess it is. He's come out of the sleigh, so I'm gonna have to go round him up and get him back up there, so we can move on to the
you
next.
head on. Well, Santa, thank you so much for being here.
Yes, we appreciate
Absolutely.
you. Look forward to seeing you on the 2nd, and good luck.
I'll be there.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank y'all.
Thank you. Well, you've been listening to the 266 Express. Thank you for spending some time with me, John Noblet, and my partner in crime over here,
Donna Green.
And when we say crime, we don't really mean it that way, Santa. Just if you can hear us, we want to thank Santa Claus for being here. Make sure you get out to see him when he's back in town. And thank you for listening to what's going on in our small little North Texas town.